So you're just gonna start recording off rip? Yeah. And we're back. Another week, another episode. Welcome.
Another week, all right.
As you can see, everybody's back again. Yo, this 3 in a row, sir. This 3 in a row.
Don't stop that.
This 3 in a row, sir. I don't know. He look a little tan. I don't know. He been in the sun lately.
He look Donald Trump-ish.
He
look like tangerine-ish. Shut up. That's why your do-rag look like it's receding. Pull your shit down, bitch. Don't be mad because you look like your homie.
Yo, as y'all can see, everybody's in rare form. You can tell something wrong with Chips. He drinking his beer out of a glass this time.
Foreshadow. Let's foreshadow.
Hoodie Chips.
This hoodie don't even got no strings. This shit come like that.
Yo, he just...
Yo, how you pull your hoodie with no strings?
Yo, Chips, how many fives you getting today?
He got the shit. He got the wall face on.
Yo,
he ain't even...
that's wall paint or that's your goatee?
Yo, my man ain't playing with y'all today.
Yo, he ain't having it.
I wonder why.
I'm with you, Chips. I'm with you.
How was y'all weeks, brothers? How was y'all week?
Let's get to it, baby.
Oh, now you don't want to.
Nah, it's a special episode.
Yo, stop trolling, man.
No, this is a special episode.
Ain't no trolling.
Word, this is special.
Okay. Well, we gonna jump right in. Obviously, there's been a lot of movement in the NBA.
Well, not movements. There was a lot of talks. Now the movement started.
You know, going into the topics, we created these topics before today's event. For everybody that don't know, today is Thursday, January 31st. These topics were created before the events that took place today. And we wanted to talk about trade rumors and, what would possibly be the best deal for Anthony Davis, since his request to be traded. But we just going to talk about what happened today. So, to kick it off, Pop, I'm going to let you start it.
All right, so I want to shout out Chips and PH for not being available yesterday because today was the perfect day to record. If we would have missed this shit.
If we didn't record it yesterday, I'm telling you now, we did an impromptu one tomorrow.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we had to do another one today.
So let me get some old shit off that I was gonna say yesterday. Again, shout out to Brooklyn. Know what I mean? Shout out to Kyrie Irving. I gave you bars last time we spoke on the NBA about your assists. And since then, he had 18 assists against Toronto, 11 against the Grizzlies, 10 versus the Heat, and then 10 versus Golden State. That's what he need to be doing there. Shout out to D'Angelo Russell and
Yo, Chips.
Yeah, that shit mad loud.
Mad loud, man.
The little Okafor doing his thing. D'Angelo Russell doing his thing. All right, so like Chris said, we were supposed to talk about the Anthony Davis trade. Is it really going to happen now? Is it going to happen at all? So, anybody who had a microphone in front of them back in September when he signed to Clutch Sports was saying, "Oh, he's going to the Lakers. It's going to happen." Everybody was saying it. And I don't know if that was his plan from the very beginning. I don't know if he really was going to give these guys a chance. But everybody's predictions came true. And if we'd have recorded yesterday, my answer would have been, I don't think it's going to happen by the deadline. All the information that came out today, that him and that Magic been talking with Demps over in New Orleans, seems pretty strong. It didn't seem as strong yesterday. They was talking about they not answering no phone calls.
Straight to voicemail.
Word. Now all of a sudden, they giving the house. As they should. They should not play no games. Don't play no games. If you want him, go get him and give him everything you want to get that man.
Right. He only what, 25?
They can easily say no, and that's it. And before I get to the whole Knicks thing, I still think that, let's say, I don't know, I'm gonna just throw a team out there. Say like a Toronto, right? Say they be like, you know what, we gonna trade for him because we trying to win a championship right now. Anthony Davis is already saying he only want to sign with the Lakers. That's cool. They could still trade him and get some pieces back. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't be a total loss if they decided to go that route, or any team. If they say we're going to trade him for a rental, see if he like us. But we get the alerts going crazy. It was like around the same time. It was like, oh, this is the package for the Lakers. And then Porzingis is not happy in New York.
Yo, it took 26 minutes, fam. 26 minutes.
I swipe past that. You know, let me get back to this AD, man.
This shit is funny to y'all.
Nobody care about KP not being happy. Then boom, I look down at my phone while we playing Call of Duty, and I'm like, yo, they traded Porzingis. Pulled it like, what? Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee. Who else was in there?
Trey Burke.
No, before Trey.
Nah, Trey Burke. Trey Burke is still on the Knicks.
Who's the other?
He ain't get moved?
Who's the third person?
Hold on, let me double check.
So I say the third person, and I'm dying and shit.
Dying.
And then I was like, oh, and Trey Burke.
Hardaway Jr.
Who?
Courtney Lee. Tim Hardaway Lee, yeah. Tim Hardaway Jr.
It's three players.
Courtney Lee and KP.
Oh yeah, and KP, yeah, duh. But at the time, we thought Burke was a part of it.
That's when I lost it.
I'm gonna just pass it, man. I'm gonna wait till the heat-seeking missile go off, and then I'm gonna come back around after some time left.
What you think, Chips?
Man, fuck KP, fuck everything he stand for. How dare you? How dare you? New York City went from booing you to loving you like a god. And you got the audacity to go into a meeting and say you are unhappy.
Trey Burke is in the trade, fam.
You want to listen, man. I'm not talking about that right now. Listen, fuck Trey Burke. We ain't talking about him right now. Listen, this motherfucking K bum. Yeah, you're a bum now. That's what I'm calling you now. I'm mad. You had the audacity to come in here, act like you upset. The man in trade or whatever. You ain't been healthy enough to prove nothing, fam. You ain't been healthy enough to prove nothing. The fans of New York City gave you that label as being as great as you are. Because really, in reality, you didn't prove nothing. You're often injured. You got a bad hip. You got a bad knee.
He got T-Mac back.
Come on, son. Are you serious? You are injured. You ain't played all year. You are not ready to play. The last report had you at 75% healthy. And you talking about you fucking worried about the direction of the team? What are you doing right now to help the direction? Yeah, fine. Phil Jackson was a dickhead. We all know that. You wasn't happy with him. You skipped the exit meeting. Fine. You had every right to. Phil is gone. We got a new regime. Scott Perry, Fizdale, they took the time out as soon as Fizdale got on board and came to your fucking piece of shit country.
Damn, son.
You don't gotta shoot everybody.
Nah, I'm shooting everybody. I'm time with you, fam, to make sure you was comfortable.
Oh, damn.
Let you know that you was still the cornerstone and the foundation of this team. They was gonna build the team around you, but you not happy with the direction. Why? Because the Knicks are taking to get a possible #1 pick with Zion Williams, R.J. Barrett, and the kid. What's the other kid? Moret. What's his name?
Ja.
Yeah, we could possibly get one of those players, plus a free agent in the offseason. And you want to act like, what have you done, fam? Fuck KP. That's what it is. That's all I gotta say. Fuck him. He's soft. He couldn't handle New York City. And guess what? I'm not one of those Knicks fans who like to D-ride everybody and fall in love in a heartbeat. If you don't want to be here, kick rocks, and we don't need you, fam. This is New York City.
So
and good luck, Dallas. I hope he can play. I hope he can play half a season before tripping over somebody's foot with them big ass feet of his. Fucking break a wrist or something. I don't care. That's all I gotta say, man, about the KP trade. Yo, but for real, let me speak on what the Knicks did and all the fans who seem upset. I'm not mad at it. You got 2 future first round picks, wherever they may be, right? Those are big assets in the NBA. We now created space for 2 max players this summer. So this is just more ammo for the complete reset that I've been screaming for since they re-signed Melo and then let him go to the Bulls. So on a personal level, I'm not mad at it. I hate it had to be KP. I hate that KP didn't see what the team could become with him being the leader or the star. But fuck him. He don't want to be here. I don't want him here. Kick rocks. Yeah, what you got, Puda?
Well, I'm about to go burn my KP jersey. I don't know about y'all. But, I'm kind of upset because this dude, when was the last time he played? Like from the 15th game of the last season? He been hurt or some shit like that? And then set out this whole season? 80% of his career on the Knicks, he been on the bench, either in foul trouble or he been injured, man. And this dude got
nothing, son.
He ain't proved nothing. We just could go off of what we think he might be potential wise, but he ain't proved nothing. I felt like we gave them too much. I think they would have did all of that with just KP alone. They would have gave it up.
It wasn't, not to cut you off, but it wasn't for them. It was for us to create that cap space. And get rid of those.
Yeah, then we trade for a dude that we passed up in the draft.
That everybody in New York City wanted over.
Everybody wanted. So now we stuck with him and Nigga Keenan now.
Why you say you stuck with him?
Well, Nigga Keenan, rather.
Well, he might not be on the team for that much longer, so we don't know.
My worry is they gave up a lot of pieces. And mainly Tim Hardaway and Burke, and of course with KP. And we have nothing. I don't think we have nothing to attract these free agents now to come to New York. I don't think they want to leave a winning situation to come here and start completely over from scratch. So I feel like it's going to be a little harder now. We have less of a draw now. That's the part I'm upset about. And I'm worried about. And I don't want to get caught out there with all this cap space rebuilding again when we could sign 2 max players and we could potentially get none because we have no pieces around these guys. So I don't know, man. I'm just sick of rebuilding and I'm sick of tanking. That's all we've been doing for the past couple years. being a Knicks fan is stressful, man. But I don't know, man. That's all I got on it. I don't really. You said everything I really had to say. What you got, PH?
Yo, shout out to my man Chips. Sound like me with the Tom Brady rants. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Fuck about
Oh, let me ask one question. We have no clue of what years those picks are, right?
Not yet.
Nah, it can't. Well, it'd have to start next off season because the Hawks got their first round pick this year. So it would probably start that one, and then
No, so they can't trade.
These are protected
first round picks. So it would have to be starting 2021.
These are protected?
Of course.
We don't know.
I don't know. They didn't say yet, but I'm pretty sure it will be.
It probably is. Lottery protected.
More stress. My bottle water.
But I think this thing for the Knicks is going to be good. Even though Puda said he's scared going into the off season with just having all that money, I think that's a good thing. That they're going to have a clean slate and two superstars could just go over there and team up and get they rocks off. Still believe KD is going to the Knicks, and I'm going to stick with it. I've been saying that, and I really, really wholeheartedly think KD going to get somebody to go over there to the Knicks with him. Period, point blank.
Who he going? Who again?
I don't know. Somebody. Kyrie, maybe. Kyrie already shitting on the Celtics.
Why you feel so strong about KD coming to the Knicks?
Man, we had this conversation already.
I don't care when you did.
That's what I'm about to say. I feel that he's going to want to be the man. So going to the Warriors, he got his championships, he got his rings, but it's really the Warriors' rings, not his. He didn't really solidify his legacy.
Yes, he
and I
did.
think him going to the
Yes, he did. Stop that.
No, he didn't.
Talk right now.
No, he did not.
Who won Finals MVP? Who led that team in the playoffs?
Nah, I agree. He not. Those chips ain't respected around the league.
I will say this. He did his job because remember they couldn't beat a healthy Cavs team until he came.
Exactly. Without him, they wouldn't. They wouldn't have won.
But still, I that's still not. That's like how LeBron gets the Miami championships ain't really nothing because they teamed up and all that other stuff. That's the same thing I feel with the Durant championships.
You feel like that about the LeBron championships?
No, I said people. I don't feel like that.
So you disagree with them, but then you're gonna turn around and do it yourself? You goddamn hypocrite!
What are you talking about?
You just said you disagree with people saying that about LeBron, but you're gonna say that about KD. You a hypocrite.
Got him.
That's not being a hypocrite.
I don't think them two was the same situations at all. Period.
Okay.
Him leaving a OKC team that was good with another superstar, and LeBron leaving the Cavs with the team by himself.
Did LeBron get to the finals?
Okay.
Hey, brother. Did he get to the finals? So he left a team that he got to the finals with to go to another team to win it all, right?
No.
It's not the same.
He couldn't win with that Cavs.
He wasn't winning no championship with that team, son.
As constructed, they was gonna win.
So he went from a team that was good with him there and went to a team that was better, right? So that's the same thing that KD did.
Nah.
He went from a whatchamacallit team that was good and went to a team that was better.
So they was up 3-1, son.
What does that got to do with what happened in the offseason? That's the problem with people. Y'all get stuck on that shit. Oh, they was winning 3-1 and they beat him, so he shouldn't have went to that team. Nah, he went to a better situation for him. Well, my bad. Go ahead.
If you feel real strong about that, I don't feel that way. Period. Like I said,
you're a hypocrite.
It's not the same. I'll be a hypocrite. I'll be a hypocrite. I just don't feel like that's
Tom
the same
Brady gonna win.
I quit. That's it. I'm going. Fuck you.
Chill. Yo, hurry up. Finish your point. All right, go ahead, Chris. TP bounce.
I needed the time out. I was about to let the N-word fly a few times.
You finish your point, PA? My bad.
I ain't got nothing to say. Fuck you.
Yo, next week's episode is gonna be special.
So I do agree. I think this trade definitely does help the Knicks. My issue is the Knicks just got to be able to do the right thing with this. The last time we was talking about the Knicks having good cap space and mad bread, they fucking went and signed fucking Joakim Noah for like 70-something.
No. They signed Tim Hardaway Jr.
again
and Courtney Lee.
But wasn't that the same year that they signed Noah too?
They traded for Noah and Rose.
And but didn't they? But they re-signed Noah as well with that bread, didn't they?
Oh, I don't know.
They gave him money. They gave him money.
Yeah, they had to.
I don't know how much they gave him, but I know they gave him money.
But yeah, the last time Knicks had this type of cap space and this type of availability, there was bad decisions made.
And Chris, one more thing before you continue. Not only that, they wasn't able to. LaMarcus Aldridge didn't even want to take an interview with them. Like, I don't know why people just think the Knicks is just a spot that people want to go to. But
But that's leading me to my point, and that's why I say this was a good deal. Like, this is one of very few that the Knicks have made where they come out on the positive side. You know what I mean? Not losing picks and shit. Granted, I do hate that it was losing KP, but I mean, if he wasn't happy, he wasn't happy at the end of the day. So I mean, I feel the same way. If he was on the Bulls, I'd have said fuck him too. I completely agree with that sentiment. Like, you don't want to be here, fine, don't be here, bye.
And he ain't do shit to not want to be here. That's the shit that pissed me off.
I wouldn't say that. He had a nice little buzz around the Knicks when he was healthy. Now, granted, he hasn't been healthy long enough to warrant saying I don't want to be here, but I put most of that on my main reason why I don't feel like the Knicks are going to do good with this situation. And it's ownership, and I think it's Dolan. And I've been saying this for a while now. Dolan is a cancer of the Knicks. Until he's gone and sells the team or does whatever, I don't feel like it's almost like Color Purple. Until you do right by getting rid of Dolan, you everything you touch.
I need that for Sunday.
Yeah.
Remind me.
But yeah, I don't feel like he's gonna. I don't feel like the Knicks are gonna do the right thing, and I don't feel like the players are gonna want to come because of him. Personally, right now I feel like the Nets are a more attractive team with the way their ownership is moving, the way their team is moving, than the Knicks, unfortunately. So it's not a shoo-in that the Knicks are gonna, be the destination, landing spot for a lot of these big names. Because a lot of teams got some cap space. Right about now, my feelings is hurt because today it was like -12 in Chicago. If I'm a free agent, I'm not fucking going there. My agent came to me was like, "Yo, we got a great deal from the Bulls." No. Like, you see that temperature? No, bro, no.
Of a squirrel climbing up a fence, and it was frozen.
Are you sick?
Halfway up the fence.
That was old. That was from a few weeks ago.
Did y'all see the story about, I don't know if it's true or not, the homeless people who froze to death in Chicago?
See, shit like that. Who want, that's not love. I don't want to be there. I'm not going there. If you tell me I got a choice, no. I don't care what legacy the Bulls got. No. Between black people killing black people in the heat, Jack Frost killing black people in the winter. No.
All right. Go to Orlando where Florida man is at. See what happens.
You don't want no parts of Florida.
Tell him.
That was probably one of the better episodes of that season. I'm gonna let that run. But yeah, I agree. I definitely feel like it brings for possibility for better things for the Knicks. Hopefully, you guys can finally get it together. Y'all been struggling for a while. My Bulls ain't been good, but we had a couple playoff runs in the last 10 years. You know what I mean? We made it kind of far. Y'all been struggling, man, and I feel for y'all. I talk a lot of shit to y'all. Sometimes I be letting y'all slide because I'll be like, damn, I don't want to jump out the window this time.
It's stressful, son. It's stressful.
Believe me, we know.
That's why I argue with dudes who don't got no team and they talk so much shit about the Knicks. That should be driving me crazy.
That's one thing. I hate the dudes that be like, "Nah, I don't like a team, but I follow this player." Man, if you don't get the hell out of my face.
Sunday.
But everything the Knicks is trash. Every time they want to talk, the Knicks.
They all over social media. Before we switch topics, let me just address what Puda said.
Oh wait, Chef, I got a question directly for you.
Okay, go ahead.
So overall, you think that it was a good move because it cleared the money to get 2 players, right? But all right, I can't even say that because KP said he don't want to be there. It's not like they just traded him for no reason. But do you think, let's say y'all get first place, y'all get Zion. You think Zion and Fizdale and Perry is enough to draw these guys in?
So the way, and this goes to what I was going to say about Puda when he say free agents come here. You got to be in it to win it. All right, you got to be in it to win it. If we didn't have cap space and all these free agents available, and we just didn't have the means to sign them, people would throw shots about that too. They would be like, look at the Knicks they couldn't even get rid of Courtney Lee's salary or Tim Hardaway. They pay him $70 million a season. They couldn't get rid of him, and now they can't go after KP or Kyrie or Clay or whoever. You know what I mean? So my thing is, you got to be in it to win it. All right. Like I said, I hate KP. Now the draw, the spin.
He hate him now.
Yo, Chip. Shouts to Michael Rappaport too. He let loose.
Word. That motherfucking bars. Big, lip.
No lips.
Let's see if you can ride a horse.
Shout out to my boy Michael, man, for real. But the spin has to be, this is New York City. This is the Mecca of basketball. Madison Square Garden is still one of the biggest draws. You and this other player come over and take over this city. If you win here, KD, if you win here, Kyrie, you guys are going to be gods. You are going to be saviors, and it's going to be your team. There's not going to be, oh, you teamed up with this player, oh, you did that. This is going to be your scene. Mm-hmm. No disrespect to your Nets, Pop, but winning in Brooklyn and winning in Madison Square Garden, 2 completely different things, and that's just the nature right now.
That's all because the Nets are brand new.
I know. Yes, I'm saying it's just the nature right now. It's just the nature. If you come to New York City in Madison Square Garden and you turn this franchise around into a winning and competitive franchise, look how beloved the 90s Knicks was. We didn't win no championships. We just fought hard and we was in it every year. You know what I mean? So if you guys can do that, you will be gods and there will be no asterisks and there will be no denying what you have done and accomplished. Shit, we got hype when fucking Melo and them boys was going off with Lynn and whoever else. Imagine what would happen if KD and them come.
The one thing I would say to that is, don't sleep on being the first. Because that's a major attraction too, as far as being the one to bring the Nets their first chip.
Mm-hmm. No, I know that, but
I'm just saying in comparison. Like I agree, Madison Square Garden is definitely the Mecca. You know what I mean? Like that's definitely the Mecca of it all. But to be able to say, I brung this organization your very first championship, that goes to exactly what you're saying of you will be like the god of this organization. You know what I mean? Like there'll never be another Pat Ewing.
I think one thing that isn't being spoken about, and Chris kinda did touch on it a little bit with the whole Dolan. I think the Knicks have a bad rap, not just because of Dolan though. Like
I was gonna speak on him too.
Let's say Kevin Durant called Melo and was like, "Yo, I really think I like the Knicks." What do you think he's gonna give them a good recommendation? He's not. Charles Oakley, he's not. Like Like it's certain people. Porzingis. Somebody might call Porzingis and like, yo, what's going on over there?
Well, the rumor is that he was already telling free agents.
Yeah.
That he wasn't happy or whatever. So fuck it. I mean, you can't cry over spilled milk, man. All you can do is sell these players what we have now. I like what Dolan is doing. I'm not a big Dolan fan. I've been said he should sell the team. I want to get rid of him, but I like what he's doing. You have not heard a peep from him since the whole
definitely been a lot more quiet since this season. Honestly,
since the whole Phil Jackson debacle, when he was on the radio talking about he let Phil make the decision and then fired him a week later. You have dumbest shit ever.
While plugging his bin.
Yeah, you have never. I mean, you haven't heard anything from him. So let him sit quiet and keep doing what you're doing, Dolan. Fuck it, it's your team. You make the money. I don't care. Just sit quiet. Don't interfere.
Just cut the checks.
Let Scott Perry and Steve Mills do what they're doing, and let them try to rebuild this franchise. My whole thing, and I'm gonna end it with this: you gotta be in it to win it. I don't care what may happen. You gotta have the money and the cap space to try to make it happen.
Well, they better make something to fuck happen.
And I'm not mad at it.
So sticking with the NBA, last week, major game, man. Celtics versus the Warriors. Obviously, some people quoting it to be preview of the finals this year. But it was a hell of a game, nonetheless. No matter if this is going to be a preview or not, if you think that either team is going to make it or not, but hell of a game, man. Yo, Puda, what was your takeaways from that game last week?
I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched a lot of it. I think it will be a good finals, but it doesn't really matter who makes the finals in the East because as long as KD is there, it's a wrap for whoever makes it. But as far as the game goes,
question.
Yeah.
When you say a wrap, you mean they just gonna win? Or
yeah. They're gonna win.
Nobody's beating. Will it be competitive?
Huh?
Will it be competitive?
I think it'll be competitive.
Okay.
I think it'll be competitive. But I just don't think nobody's gonna take a KD-led Golden State team that's healthy in the finals. I just don't think it's gonna happen. They're too loaded, starting wise. It was a good competitive game. It was pretty much what everybody expected. I hope they can have that same energy for the whole season because Toronto is still here and they might have something to say about that.
Milwaukee.
I don't like the end of the game decisions, especially that last shot by Morris. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. They had a lot of time on the clock and he just hoisted up a 3 when they just needed a 2 to tie. And that was pretty much the end of it. Kyrie always gets busy. Him and Steph always go at it. That's always a great matchup that I want to see. That was pretty much it, man. I mean, I don't really got nothing to say about it. I just don't think nobody's going to beat a KD-led Golden State team. What you got, Chris?
I think, again, it was a very competitive game. Outside of, that ending, like you said, I saw Kyrie take some bad shots myself. Early in the shot clock from deep, threes. So it was like a lot of bad decisions. The one thing I can say, which I feel like if Celtics do make it, will be good for the series, the adjustments that Brad Stevens made at the half when they came out in that third quarter. They definitely made a conscious effort to take Steph out of the game because he was definitely getting hot. And the adjustments that they made once they sat, what's his name? What's
on Boston or Golden State?
On Boston. Once they sat, what's his face down?
Brown?
No. White boy.
Hayward?
Yeah. Once they sat Hayward down, you could definitely see the team being able to compete a lot better. So I do feel like, I don't know, I feel like he's not ready yet for this type of, basketball. I think he still needs some time to heal or at least build the confidence in his leg. But it was definitely a good game. What you got, Chips?
Yeah, like I said, it was a good game. I don't like to put too much onus on the regular season games, especially when it's the rare matchups like, a Golden State playing in Boston or West playing the East. They don't play that often throughout the season. So it's kind of like any given Sunday, Either team, as long as they're good, can compete at any given day. So I don't think it holds any reference to how strong of a competition it would be in a 7-game series, especially getting to the championships when you got like Puda said, if you got a healthy Golden State versus a Boston or a Toronto or Milwaukee. But I think, like Puda said, I think it's all irrelevant, especially with Boogie looking like he's getting better and better.
I forgot about Boogie, son. I'm sorry.
It's that team. In all reality, is going to be very difficult to beat. It's going to take a perfect game plan, a perfect execution by whoever faced them to beat them boys.
It's going to take injuries,
and that too possibly. So it was a good game. Am I holding so much weight to it? No, I'm not going to hold too much weight to it. But Boston has to keep getting better. They have to keep building up their chemistry, and we don't know right now. I still don't have them as the top team in the East. I still would put Milwaukee up there above Boston and Toronto.
But do you think they're a better matchup to Golden State than the other East Coast teams in the 7-game series?
I think they are the best matchup. Talent-wise, I think they should put up the best fight against Golden State. Milwaukee is a tough fight, but I think they don't have enough talent around Giannis. Bledsoe is hit or miss, and I think the other players are just real good role players. So unless Milwaukee adds a splash in free agency, I don't think they have a strong enough talent base to compete with Golden State. What you got, Pop?
Again, same thing y'all said. Very good game, very entertaining. I think out of everybody on the panel, I'm the only one that thinks that. I think Boston isn't in the top 3, but when I say top 3, it's Toronto, Milwaukee, and Boston. When I say top 3, I don't mean by record.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
I think all 3 of them guys give Golden State a run. Milwaukee the least of the 3. Especially with Kawhi. I think Kawhi could guard KD very well. I think Boston has enough bodies to throw at KD, and I don't really think Cousins is that much of a factor, because when you put him in a pick and roll, he got to defend the pick and roll. He's going to get fouled out. He's not going to be. He's not enough of a force really to on this team to make a difference, in my opinion. I'm leaning towards Golden State to win because they have more firepower, but I just don't think it's. I don't think it's like that easy. I don't think it would be that easy against Toronto or Boston. And I hope I see Toronto or Boston in them finals against them. I really do. Because I think it'll be a really good series, a really tough series. And PH, before I pass it to you, I just want to say Kyle Lowry getting that All-Star slot is a complete legacy pick because he should not be an All-Star. Besides me wanting D'Angelo Russell in there, just forget D'Angelo Russell. Kyle Lowry is not an All-Star this year at all. He missed like 15, 20 games. Nonsense. But go ahead, PH.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, that being a finals preview, other than Kyrie having Steph's number, like I don't know what it is. Like when they play against each other, I think Steph see the boogeyman when he see Kyrie.
Nah, he see the boogeyman when he see Russell.
I don't know, man, but like Kyrie, like Shaq say, barbecue chicken. He see Steph, that's it. He go right at him. It don't seem like he have no resistance. But as far as the rest of the team, I don't think they'll be able to keep up with the Warriors in a 7-game series, win 4 of the 7. To push it to 6 games, I can see that. But at the end of the day, with Steph shooting what he could do, Clay doing what he could do, and even if they off, KD's just gonna be KD. And I just don't see them being able to keep up with the Warriors, and I hate it because I'm tired of seeing the Warriors doing what they doing now. I hope they break up. I hope Clay tell them fuck you. He go to the Lakers. KD go to wherever the hell he go, and just leave Steph over there by himself with Draymond.
Welvin.
Word, son. I mean, y'all had y'all run, man. Let somebody else rock. Shit.
You talking about Golden State or the Patriots?
Oh.
My bad.
Yo, leave my son Page alone.
Fight, fam. We gotta fight, fam. But I think it'll be an entertaining series. I really would rather see Toronto in there. I think maybe that'll be a better series. Just the fact that Kawhi and KD, and Kawhi put in the defense that he can and slow down KD. I think it'll be troublesome for him to score as he can with any other player holding him.
Well, who gonna stop Steph?
I don't know. Somebody needs to trip him. Something.
Team defense.
Whatever. Steph is maybe he'll miss some jump shots. Just KD, he shoots jump shots. He going to the basket. He's 7'1", son. 7 foot. It's almost impossible to guard him, son.
The only thing they would have going for them is that Steph be struggling in the finals sometimes. So they might get lucky.
I don't know. Steph had some pretty good finals last 2 years. It's just KD been violent.
It just he got overshadowed because what LeBron did what he was doing, and KD was better than LeBron. So
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Steph suffered from a case of that back to his light skin privilege.
Huh?
Number wise neither. No, he wasn't.
You say so. But still think the Warriors going all the way.
I mean, it still remains to be seen. You know, we got to see what Boogie turns into. He's still trying to get basketball shape, you know, still trying to get his wind up, pause. But, you know, hey.
I do like Golden State throwing that wedge in there saying Golden is the weak link. I like that. That's what they meant to.
Mental warfare.
On to another.
Yeah, some anonymous Golden State player said when Golden's on the floor, he's the weak link.
Everybody know it was Welvin.
Nah, I could have been KD. He's mad opinionative.
It was the whole team. They all said it together.
They said, who's the weak link?
Word.
Gordon. Get him out of here. But on to another sport, man. Speaking of battles and competition, or lack thereof in this case, but, you know, what turned to be a very good fight. Well, give me a second. Let me
Sorry.
Going into it, nobody was expecting this. Nobody was expecting it to be a close or good fight or competitive fight. But recently, Thurman had a fight. Who was it? Josecito
Lopez, I think.
That's where it stopped. Yeah, Lopez.
Yeah, Josecito Lopez.
Why you say that?
And it turned to be a very competitive fight. Early on, it looked like it was just going to be one-sided, but I mean, the boy got hot. You know, he was walking him down, and he said, I wasn't here to lay down. Oh, came to fight. But you know, with this fight, which I know we all have our opinions about Thurman. You know what I mean? We all feel like this hiatus he's been on since winning the championship has just been bullshit. I know that's my personal opinion, but does this make you question the legitimacy of Thurman's championship? I'm going to start with you, Chips.
It's tough for me. I've never seen something like this in boxing personally, where a fighter had a long layoff and he came back and he looked sharp. He looked very sharp. His punches was quick. He had good combination. He was moving around the ring well. He was landing his punches. But on the flip side, it didn't look like he was hurting the guy. It didn't look like he was phasing him. And the guy was walking him down the whole fight. It was tough for him to gain complete control of the fight. It was clear he was winning. And me and Chris was Chris had said something, like he wasn't impressed. And I was like, I don't know. I like what he's doing in the ring. He's looking good. He's looking sharp. But he was supposed to dominate that fight, and he just couldn't dominate the fight. And that in that 7th round when he got hit and he was hurt, boy, it's a better caliber fighter. He would have been dead because he was definitely out on his feet, jumping around. He ain't know what he was looking at. He looked cross-eyed a couple times.
Hands down too the whole time. He was getting punched out the ring.
I seen the video, and the ref eyes was like, yo, he was in it like, oh,
like he was watching on TV.
Word,
yo, dude was rocking him, and shout out to dude. He lost the fight, but his stock rise. His stock definitely took about 2 flights up for him to get into the mentions of bigger fights and to stay in the talks of boxing. But yeah, I was real perplexed about how can a fighter look so sharp in his return but still look so flawed. I don't know if I ever seen that. So I don't know. I'm still not. He has to do something more to convince me. Who is he talking about? Who is shouting out to fight next after the fight? Pacquiao. Yeah, I don't.
Pacquiao.
I don't think that he should take that fight.
He better take that fight.
No, for his sake, he got
money-wise he should take it, but
that's a pay-per-view fight, blood.
But legacy, I don't know if that's a fight for him. He need to prove something more than that.
Thurman gonna lose, even though I don't want to see him lose.
And he might lose. What you got, Pete?
I thought it was. He did look sharp. I was expecting a good fight, but 22 months off, not fighting, I knew he was going to get gassed. I don't care how much training he was going through. I figured somehow, some way, he was going to look tired, lost. Maybe you want to call it that. But like you said, when he got hit, that was it. He was done. He was just throwing punches at that point. He got back into it a little bit, but yeah, man, Lopez was, like you say, walking him down, hitting him with power shot after power shot. I don't know. It was an entertaining fight. It just went a lot south for Keith Thurman for me. I expected a lot more from him, man. I really did. I thought he was going to be I don't know. I can't even say nothing more about that fight, man. It wasn't that good to me. What you got, Puda?
I thought it was a good fight. For a dude that hasn't fought since I was in high school, he looked pretty good. He was throwing a lot of open combinations with his hands down. His jab was working, but if the dude was a good counterpuncher, he would have got him out of there a lot earlier. I don't know if this was one of those tune-up fights where they was trying to throw a bum at him, but dude wasn't a bum. He wasn't a bum. He was definitely walking him down like Chris and Chip said. He was throwing punches. I thought Thurman kind of got gassed think like after the 6th round, he started slowing down a little bit to me. But he still stayed in the fight. He was attacking the body. He was slipping a lot of punches. But like Chip said, he definitely was not hurting this dude. Like the knockout definitely didn't hurt him. The knockdown, excuse me, definitely didn't hurt him. He got right up at like 3. When I first saw it, I thought it was a slip. I had to wait for the replay to see that it was a knockdown. I think I gave the dude like 2 rounds, but I think coming off of such a long layover, I think Thurman needs another tune-up fight before he goes after a big name. If he doesn't take off another 2 years, that's pretty much it. I definitely don't want to see him fight no Pacquiao. We all know he's not fighting Spence, so before he fights any other type of big name, he needs another tune-up. And that's pretty much it. What you got, Pop?
The lack of power, I'm not gonna hold against him because over history, Mexican fighters they can take punches, so I'm not gonna hold that against them too much. Like ain't so many Mexicans getting knocked out. Like you just don't see it that often. They gonna leave with a concussion, but they ain't gonna get knocked out. So I don't hold that against them.
Many of them get hit with a monkey wrench and automotive high back in the day. My bad.
my biggest thing that I didn't like is what everybody said, how he couldn't. I ain't gonna say he couldn't, or maybe the I don't know. Because I don't think that he couldn't. I just think it was a lack of confidence, maybe, of him just standing his ground and not letting him walk him around the ring. Because that right there, you're gonna lose against everybody. That is somebody.
Him running?
I won't say that he's
backing up the whole fight.
I ain't gonna say he's running because he was throwing punches off the back pedals and all of that. But at some point,
he was on his bike. He was fighting, but he was on his bike that whole fight.
You can't do that against a 41. If they fight 41-year-old Pacquiao, you're not gonna win. Spence, you're not gonna win. None of these guys. You gotta stick your foot in the ground and make them back up, or just go toe to toe a little bit. But I'm not a fan of Keith Thurman, not because his layoff. I honestly think he really was injured. He was hurt. It was a tough injury, but I just never been a fan of him to begin with. He definitely needs another tune-up before he think about fighting anybody. And he's not gonna fight the boogeyman. The boogeyman is gonna break Mikey Garcia. Oh my Lord. Why D'Angelo Russell just do that? Yo, Pootie, you saw that?
Yeah.
So he made him fall twice, son.
He might be still over there.
Spence is gonna break Garcia's ribs, and he's gonna. Honestly, I think Spence is gonna have a hard time getting a fight. None of these guys is gonna fight him. He might have to move up because none of these guys is gonna fight him at all. So I don't know where I don't know where Thurman is gonna go from here, but it won't be against.
I think Mikey Garcia gonna give him a tougher fight than everybody's expecting. Personally, I'm not saying that Mikey gonna win. I definitely think Spence is the favorite, and I still think he's gonna win. But I think Mikey Garcia gonna make it a tougher fight than.
I think it's gonna be very similar to when he fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook early gave him a good fight, but he just broke him down. Like Spence is. He's too technical. He's too strong. He's bigger than a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
And I just think he's going to Mikey, first of all, he's no slouch at all. So I don't expect him to not give it a good go, but it's just he's gonna wear him down. And Thurman, I think he just need to stick to the PBC fighters. Keep fighting Danny Garcia and Sean Porter and Adrian Broner. Stay in that class. Don't go
So
nowhere.
that leads
That was
to
the next
the
one
question
too.
I was going to ask. And I'm glad you touched on it. With the way this fight went, I don't know. I feel like this was out of the norm for Thurman in the last, I'd say, 5 or 6 years with his fights. Obviously, I've made it very clear. I've always felt like, the likes of Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, and all of those guys are overrated, never good as the hype. Does this type of fight, and it could be yes or no answer, it could be quick answers, does this type of fight make you question, Thurman getting to this point now? The championship, the legitimacy of his championship.
No, because he had fighting 2 years.
He was beating people, man.
You know what? It's no different from Lomachenko. Like he was out for a good amount of time, and he didn't look his best. He didn't look his best. Like honestly, a consistent Thurman, I think he would have washed this dude out. I don't think he would have knocked him out, but he would have washed him out. I don't know what that ref saw with that tie, by the way. I'm not even.
Yeah. It seems like every big fight now has had scorecard questions, but
controversy, man.
But like questionable scorecards. But we got another viewer's choice question this week.
Did PH say his thing?
Yeah. We got another viewer's choice question. Don't ever question my knowing where we at, baby.
Right, you right. But my bad.
Shout out to Jerk, man. 2 in a row for my man Jerk. And I actually like this question, Jerk, so we appreciate that, man. This was a question of some thought. And obviously it's something that we've been making efforts to do better with. But so here it is. How do you fellas feel about the use of the N-word? What are the long-term ramifications from continued use? And does outside the black race use warrant an ass whooping? Now I'm gonna start with the least of the blackest. Go ahead, Puda. What you think? Give you this light skin privilege right here. Let you go first.
He is Dominican.
No, I'm not. Right. I'm not no Dominican. Don't listen to them. Honestly, I wish we all would stop using the word. It's very hard to stop using it, especially coming out of the community we come out of. In the hood, we use it a lot. We might not mean it in a derogatory term, but it's more like, people know how we use it. I ain't got to break it down, but it's still something that you don't always accept, because when you go into the real world or the working world or the more professional world, you try your best not to use it. So you know subconsciously something's wrong there, and you really shouldn't be saying it. And at an unconscious level, we say it with our brothers and sisters. I try my hardest not to say it, and honestly, I got that from Pop, because I remember years ago he used to always catch himself and he used to try not to say it, and it's very hard to do. It's a real bad habit to drop. The long-term ramifications are the more people see you use it outside of your race, they think it's okay. I be with coworkers, a lot of Spanish people, even some Asians, they singing songs and rap songs, and I hear them catch themselves. And I'm like, oh, so you be saying the word. Mm-hmm. And they be like, yeah.
As soon as they say it, they look back like, oh, you heard me?
I'm like, oh, so you be saying the word? They be like, nah, I don't call people the N-word, but I do sing along with songs. It just comes out. And I'm like, well, I don't think that's something, huh?
So you lying, mother.
Yeah, I'll be like, I try to break it down to them like, listen, I know we cool. I know you might feel comfortable around me, but I'll warn you that everybody might not be as passive with it when you say it. You might catch somebody and it might just pop you in the mouth. So you got to be real, real careful.
It probably wouldn't be light skinned though. That's probably wild, but
Get your jokes off. Get y'all jokes off, man.
Yo, my dude, Yeetity is out here shooting.
Yeah, he out here. It's the do-rag.
Man.
Yo, let me ask you, is your do-rag tied or is it you got flat? It got flapping. That's what I'm talking about. Hang time. Outside of the black race, yeah, you deserve an ass whooping. You deserve the Soul Train ass whooping too. Go down the whole line. I don't think you should feel comfortable or okay with saying it in any way, shape, or form in any crowd. Because shit, a white person might take offense to you saying it and pop you in the mouth. So I think everybody needs to be real careful, and I really, really hope we get to a point where we just don't say it. What you got, Chips?
I'm the opposite. I grew up using the word, very prevalent in my vocabulary and the people around me. I've had several friends. What you say?
Have.
Oh, but I have. That's not where I was going. I've had several friends. I've had several friends outside of, African Americans, whether it be Spanish, whether it be one or two white boys, whether it be, an Asian dude, who grew up in the same environment and community that I grew up in, or something similar to it. I'm not a proponent of, we need to stop using the word. I take pride in the fact that we took something negative that, the slave masters and the racist white people did, and we flipped it around and made it something of our own, took it from them, and we made it at first a positive, sort of like greeting. Of course, it has evolved over the years, and you can use it in many different ways. To calling somebody a punk ass N-word, or what up, my N-word, or you my N-word. You know what I mean? So it's very different variables where you can use that word, but the one way that you can't use it is with that ER on the end. And I personally can tell when you're using it as the friendly, common gesture amongst a group of friends or people or even if somebody you don't know, because I could be walking down the street and somebody pick up something that I dropped, and I could be like, "Oh, good looking, ma," you know what I mean? And they know I don't mean no offense by it. But if you use that word with the NR, then I'm gonna whip your ass. No, what I say, NR?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ER. Then we're gonna have problems. Then we're gonna fight. I think everybody knows how to use that word, and the people that use it in that negative light, they know what they're doing when they use it in that negative light. And then you got to deal with the consequences if you feel you need to use it in a negative light. Now, obviously, a random white person or whatever shouldn't like just be comfortable with using that word unless you cool with somebody, because it's just not for you to use. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? It's just like the Jewish community. They got, their words that trigger that kind of racist tone, but they call each other that too sometimes, jokingly. You know what I mean? Because they know that they are not being racist like that. They're just joking around with the word or whatever. And so, every society, every race does it, uses some kind of word in some kind of form where if somebody else said it, it'll be derogatory or whatever. So it happens. Just like the word bitch with females. A guy calls a female a bitch. It's a whole controversy. What you call me? You call me a bitch? And blah, blah, blah. But females, what bitch? You crazy bitch? You know what I mean? They use that word just like, it's like this. Of course, the words are two different levels, but it's the same kind of concept. So I'm not one for we should stop using the word completely. I just think anybody who decides to even fix their lip to use that word better know that they can use that word, and they better not be using it in that racial.
Yo, let me ask you a question real quick. Them white boys you playing Fortnite with, they be saying it?
No. They don't. The only ones that say it on the game is the ones that know what they're doing. They trying to trigger some shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's different. Them dudes are different.
Yeah. But all my white friends or Puerto Rican people that I know on PlayStation, and we just be on the mic gaming, they don't use the word. They're not gonna say it. You know what I mean? Even some Spanish people, they're not gonna use it like that because people know their place and for the most part when they could use it or if they could use it. And like you said, most people don't even feel comfortable using it like that if they're not from that breed. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What you got, Pop?
Well, I disagree. Every culture don't use a word like they don't all turn derogatory terms into something positive. All cultures don't do that. They just don't.
No, that's not what I was saying. That's not what I was saying.
Okay, all right.
I said they use a word that they know, like I said, like the Jewish. I'm not gonna say the word or whatever, but I've heard people in that community use that derogatory word jokingly. You know what I mean? Just like as something funny amongst themselves.
Do they use it to crack jokes with each other? Because we use that word like for a lot of things to call each other.
That's what I was saying. Like it's different levels to it. We took that word and made it a positive word, but then later on it flipped to multiple things you could use it for. You know what I mean? But when I was saying the thing about the Jewish community or the Asian community or whatever, I've heard them use whatever derogatory word is associated with that ethnicity. They use it to poke fun at the other one, but jokingly. You know what I mean? And laugh about like what you say, shut up or whatever, you know what I mean? Playing. But they didn't take it and flip it like we flipped it.
I don't think we made it into a positive word. I just think we made it into a popular word. So it's used. For example, I have an Asian friend born in Queens, Jamaica, Queens, around black people all his life. They called him the word, they use it around him. They listen to music with him that use the word. Of course, eventually he's going to start saying it because that's what he's around. That's his culture. He's a part of that culture at that point. But it can't be a positive and still make people uncomfortable because it makes a lot of people uncomfortable at all ages, different races. It makes people uncomfortable. And my answer was going to be a little bit different. And then I saw what happened with the actor from Empire. Like, it's still real. Like, there's nothing about that word that's positive. We just happen to use it so often. It's kind of like we're brainwashed almost. Like when it's said around you all the time, every album you put on, from singing to rapping, people using this word. Your parents using this word. It's just something that's ingrained in you, whether good or bad. But like Puda said, I've always tried to not say the word, but I've said it more years of my life than I didn't. So it's still a long process. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight. I could consciously make that effort, but without thinking, I'm gonna say it. But I think it's a word that it needs to be stopped. Because at some point you can't regulate it. You can't regulate it. You can't. Rap music is the most popular music in the world. You can't tell these people that they can't sing along to a song. They just gonna do it when nobody's around, and then they're gonna go to a concert and see all these other people that's not black saying the word. They're gonna say it around these people. They're gonna say it. I've seen white people call each other the word.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And it's like, it looks crazy. Like, what are you doing? But then it looks more crazy to be like, nah, you can't say that. Only we can call each other that. Like, what? Like, that just sounds crazy in itself. Like, nobody should be using the word. But for us, I think that it's for people who don't want to say it, it's harder for us to stop because it's just ingrained in our culture. Negative, fake positive. It's just ingrained in our culture. And like I said, like Puda said, I just continue each year to try to say it less and less. Well, what you guys got?
What you got, PH?
Well, I'm with Pop and Puda. I think it should be stopped wholeheartedly. We shouldn't be even using the word anymore. Like I seen a video the other day on Facebook where this kid was talking to his drunk father, and his father was like, "Yeah, you over here with these black N words, da da da," and he kept saying it, and the boy just hauled off and whooped his ass, whooped his father's ass. He caught him with
What
like,
was he? What was he? What was
it was white. He was white.
Yeah.
He was white, and the father was white. And he was drunk, and he was going off, and the boy just hit him with like five straight punches, and he was sleep on the floor. I mean, it's funny.
Wait, the boy beat his own father?
Yes.
Well, bro, you gotta understand. Yes. He was inebriated. He was very drunk. So
he was drunk. Like, I think you'd have breathed on him. He'd have fell on the floor. But
just saying the concept of fighting your parents. I think it's safe to say all 5 of us on here ever thought about Pop being drunk or not. I'm gonna whoop his ass for saying that. What?
Nah, I always beat my father up. But go ahead.
Man, listen, my stepfather, when growing up, yeah, he beat up like 7 of us at one time, son.
He was a mountain, son.
I'm serious. 7 of us holding us in the air, throwing us all over the place, and we couldn't do nothing.
That dude was massive, man.
But anyway, back to the subject. Using it like Pop said, white people calling each other the N-word. I remember one time I was talking to somebody. It was like, oh yeah, the N-word isn't black people. It's a type of person. Like anybody could be a N-word. I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? How is that possible? And they, them trying to justify it, just sitting there, just wanting to slap the taste out of their mouth, but you can't even do it. Well, I couldn't do it at the time because I was at work. But it was just like, I couldn't believe why I have to sit here and listen to this, and y'all really think this is okay? It's not, man. And I mean, we all grew up listening to it and hearing it. I mean, I get where you're coming from, Chiz, but I don't see how you can think that that's a positive word, or we spun it into a positive word, and
because
it's to use at certain times.
Because I don't know, it's just how I grew up. Like I grew up to where if it was my brother, one of my best friends or whatever, like we said, yo, you my nigga. Oh.
Nah, that's cool.
We're gonna let you pass. We're gonna let you pass.
No, we ain't. I'm fucking please. I ain't let shit pack. It's good.
Oh, there you go. Sorry. Well, we was trying to let you slip and slide, son.
But in all honesty, that's what the community I grew up in and the culture that I grew up in, that's what we flipped it to. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like Pop said, that's me growing up as a little kid. That's what I grew up hearing, and that's how you showed your embrace and your love for your brother. You know what I mean? It was using that word. And like I said, it has evolved to many different uses, but it was ingrained that word with your peoples. That mean we was tight. That mean like nothing could come in between us like that. You know what I mean? That's just how I grew up on it. You know what I mean? So that's how I see it positive.
Growing up from being a young man, a retarded teenager running the streets, to now being a grown man, you don't think that's different?
Nah, I don't. Like I said, I know I can I can never say this word.
Tell
It's a tough word to say. I ain't gonna lie.
You can tell the difference.
You can tell
we go.
He said that's a tough word to say. He ain't
Nah,
even say it.
you can tell the difference when somebody is using it in that loving way, that camaraderie way, or you can tell when somebody's trying to be derogatory with it. So, just like I was talking about the singing, I'm not necessarily gonna flip out if somebody singing a rap song and they not paying attention, say the lyrics to the rap song. I just don't get caught up in that. You know what I mean? But that's just me. I respect all y'all opinion that spoke so far, but that's just me. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you a white boy, you can't say that word because Future said it or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not. Yeah, I don't get caught up in that. But
Chris.
So I agree with both sides. For me, I agree with Chips as far as the growing up part of it. It was used as a term of endearment. It was used as a, this is us. It was separated from, okay, the white person that's racist saying it and, my black brother saying it. We all could tell the difference. For me, I didn't really start paying attention to the difference until I moved down to Virginia. Moving down here and actually seeing the difference, really, I think the first time I really heard like the ER was here in Virginia. That was really the first time I heard it, and seeing people, with the Confederate flags and all of that. It just wasn't a part of what my culture and my upbringing was. I didn't come from a racist neighborhood. I didn't come from a racist area, so I never took it as that. Now, granted, I do understand that other people have, and that word has negatively affected other people, but you can't tell me how to take a certain word or how I should allow a word to affect me. I feel like the one thing that we get away from, when we was younger, our parents told us sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. It's only a word. So what? But again, I can't speak for somebody else who that word means so much more to them. So the impact of it, I respect people who it impacts more because they come from a different, different area or different upbringing where it has impacted them differently. But for me, it doesn't. It doesn't impact me that. Now, if it's used in my direction as a derogatory statement, then yeah, we're going to have some smoke. But if it's, I see somebody at a concert, they singing a song, okay. They're not saying it in the fashion of, oh, all you wins and y'all here listening to it. Like, nah, you here enjoying the same music I'm listening to. Okay, cool. So I do view it and I do understand it has impact to a lot of people. To me, it doesn't. But again, I haven't had to live that impact. So that's probably why.
But you just said if somebody say it the wrong way, it's going to be some smoke.
Exactly, because you're using it in a derogatory manner. That's just any word, though. You call me a bitch, you call me a punk ass motherfucker. Okay, you calling me something derogatory, then that's different. You're attacking something about me or my character or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to respond. I'm going to retaliate at that point.
The only reason why I bring that up is because if it's sticks and stones, then it's sticks and stones. Like it can't. The word means enough that if a person uses it the wrong way, it's gonna make you feel away. Even though you wasn't a slave and your parents wasn't a slave, you still know that word shouldn't be said to you.
I mean, it's not necessarily having to be a slave, though. You could have been around in the Jim Crow era.
You know what I mean.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I know what you're saying. He knows what you mean. But like I said, when somebody's like saying it like that, you know what I mean? Like that. You know what I mean?
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying that's how you know there is no positive in the word. It's just that we use it amongst each other.
So if I come to you and I'll be like, yo, Pop, you know what, man? You held me down. You know, you conversate with me. You know, you my, you know what I mean? You don't take nothing positive out of me saying that?
Out of the actual word, no, I take positive out of the emotion you showing. But
that word is attached to that emotion.
Right, but
I'm not going to
word. It's not the word that's making it positive, though.
Exactly, it's the nature of how the word is being used, which is exactly what I'm saying.
I know that.
In that nature, that changes what the word is.
I know that, Chris, but you says words don't hurt nobody. It shouldn't hurt nobody. So it shouldn't matter how it's used. If that's the way you think, that pick the stones, break your bones is worth, then it shouldn't matter how anybody say it because it's just a word.
Yo, Chris and Chips, do y'all feel comfortable using the N-word with the A at the end anywhere in front of anybody?
I do.
Given time?
I say the shit all the time.
I do. Y'all know, you know that.
Work environment.
Because we be out anywhere. We could be at a steak restaurant and I let it fly. I mean,
but I'm talking like at work in front of your superiors.
See, that's different. I don't even curse at work. So then why are we allowed to curse then?
Yeah, like, I'm not.
You don't curse at work a lot of times neither.
Yeah, I'm not cursing.
I curse at work all the time.
Yeah, you can, but a lot of people can't. In my atmosphere, I can't. I mean, I probably could, but I don't, for the simple fact of it's my place of employment. So the same way I can say bitch and motherfucker here, I'm not walking around work saying, yo, bitch, what up, motherfucker? Like, I'm not doing that.
And this warrants an ass whooping if somebody outside the race says it from y'all to y'all?
No. It depends. Like I said, it depends if you're cool with me. If you're cool with me.
If a drunk white boy at the bar keeps saying, yo, Chips, you my nigga.
I'm not
going to tell him. You ain't going to be like, yo, you got to chill, fam.
I'm not going to flip. I'm not going to spaz out. I'm be like, yo, do me a favor. You don't know me like that. Chill.
That's what I'm saying. I owe you $10 too. Well, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be like, yo,
That's different from saying somebody that I know though, or somebody that's in my circle, like what he said.
That's what I'm saying. It all goes to, for me, how you use it and knowing if you and where you can use it. I think I don't want to hear that. You know, people don't. Oh, if somebody can say it, then I can say it. No, bro, you can't. You can't say it like that. It's just something that is. You know what I mean? You can't. You know, if
for me personally, I feel like when I see these videos of, you know, unfortunately it's only white people, but when I see these videos of white people using it and, you know, the person got their phone out, literally I feel like they're only using it because it's a bait tactic. It's a bait and hook tactic. Like they're trying to bait you into
they trying to trigger
you getting locked up.
They trolling, they triggering.
Because the first thing they're gonna say is, "Oh, I didn't touch him," and you the one getting locked up because you laid hands on them. So no, my first instinct wouldn't be to kick somebody's ass. Like there's plenty of times we've been on the game and all of that shit. I laugh and I rub that shit off a lot of times.
That's because he ain't in front of you, fam. He's on the game, being an internet thug.
And there's a lot of times where I probably wouldn't. There's times where I would. You know what I mean? Going back to, you know, that work situation. You know what I mean? Where it was more than just the N-word. It was a lot of other shit with it. You know what I mean? So depending on how far you take it, yeah, that could get right to hands laid upon you. But, you know what I mean? Like each scenario is different. I look at it as. So.
All right, well, white boy, don't do it. You're going to get your ass whooped. Go ahead, Chris.
I mean, it's probably a good chance. It's not going to work out good for you. I agree with that. It's probably a good chance. But, you know, leave your comments, viewers. We want to know your thoughts on it. You know, it's different for everybody. You know, everybody has their own experience with the word and interactions with people with that word. So leave your comments, like, share. You know, obviously, as always, we do respond. So, you know, be ready for the, you know, for the clap back if you say something crazy. But on to the next topic, man. Recently, Don Q came out with a track. You know, I think everybody ready to take on these shots at Tory Lanez. Now all of a sudden, dudes done had time. It's been like a month since that the initial joint.
Yeah, with Joyner.
Yeah, with Joyner, everybody gonna have time to get in the lab, write some stuff up,
Mm-hmm.
erase, rewrite, take some sentences out. Dudes really was like, all right, I gotta be legit with this. Don Q took some shots at Tory. Tory came back with a response, and then now, ever since we came out with these topics, what was the joint they Dream Dog?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She came out with a joint because she didn't like her name being mentioned. Like, it's just everybody trying to...
My song.
Well, Don Q had a rebuttal to Tory's joint.
Oh, he did come back out with it? I ain't hear that one, see? But what y'all think, man? More rap beef out here. I'm going to let you start it, Pop.
Dream Dog body Tory Lanez. Body.
Yo, get a kill
body.
He gave her props, by the way.
Body
IG.
bag.
He showed her love on her IG too.
Body bag. Zip them up.
Nah, she said some shit, son.
Nah, she bodied him, son. Said she bodied him. Nah, she bodied him.
But he ain't diss her back yet.
He better not. He better not.
Nah, he should.
Because he disrespected her for no reason. Absolutely no reason he disrespected her. But
it's disrespectful if it was true?
Yeah, it's still disrespectful. Just because it's true, you don't gotta talk about why you pillow talking? Don Q's my man. First of all, let me start like this. I don't care who y'all think won. Everybody leave Tory Lanez alone. Just leave him alone.
Leave that man. Why you coming around here messing with these good folks?
He's not the one to be played with. So originally, and still, I'm like, he's doing this. He's just trying to get attention. Tory Lanez, I'm talking about. He's trying to get attention. Cool. This time, still trying to get attention, but he was a lot more vague this time. He just was like, I'm the best rapper alive. This, that. And I want to point out, because we spoke on this with the Joyner Lucas. He always says, yo, skill-wise, I rap better than you. He's never saying, yo, I'm going to diss you. I'm going to disrespect you. He's never saying that. Everybody just brings that energy towards him. So he brings that energy back. I don't know why Don Q came with that type of energy. I thought they was cool. Tory thought he was cool. But apparently not. And Don Q, how can I describe it? His first and second isn't whack. It's just like he doesn't diss him in witty ways. I mean, like, if Tory said, yo, let's just see who rap better, then what Don Q did was fine. But Don Q came out dissing him. He just wasn't witty with it. Like, he was punching a lot of punchlines and it was hit.
That shit is annoying, son.
But it was like, you trying to show you're technically better. So then keep it that way. Because when Tory come and he talk about you burning strippers and paying to have sex with...
Well, first Don Q said he was a cokehead, some shit like that.
So it's like, if you're going to be witty, if you're going to diss somebody, you got to be witty with it too. And the second, when Don Q came back, to me, it sounded like that was pre-recorded before he even heard Tory joint. Because if I listened to it a couple times,
it came out. Then it come out like the next day, a few hours after.
Within an hour. Yeah, wow. It sounded like it was pre-recorded. Like he's not replying to nothing that Tory said.
Yo, he recorded 2 tracks right to back.
He did.
It wasn't a lot.
Thought about what we said. Yeah, it wasn't like.
It was like something that he probably added on later on. So it's like, yo, hey guys, just leave him alone unless you Dream Dog, cause she bodied him.
Being sexist, man.
No, I'm not. I'm being sexist. Yo.
Nah, she got busy.
She put it on his head.
She did not get.
She ain't take no balls. No. She ain't take no balls off, son.
Son, Don Q ain't take no balls off. But like Pop said, he just ain't. It wasn't. He was throwing shots, like he said, but like She ain't do nothing outstanding that Don Q.
Nah, she came at his head. First of all, the beat selection was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing beat.
Yo, let me tell you, the females got some power in this fucking world, yo.
Son, it was
she did good, son. I don't understand.
I didn't say she didn't do good. I didn't say.
Ho. Pop, you finished your thought?
No, I wasn't. I kind of got thrown off. So basically, leave this guy alone. And Tori, you need to stop too, because nobody on the level that you're looking to get respond is going to respond to you. Nobody on Pusha T, J. Cole, I forgot who else he was naming. They're not fake beefing for fun. They have better things to do. That's why you're getting the Mysons and the Don Qs and the Joyner Luke. That's why you're getting those guys.
J.R. Writer.
And J.R. Writer joint was actually good. But
I hear it.
It's like, just stop, because you're not going to get he said I would battle the whole Dreamville to get the... Shut up, man. Nobody wants to battle you for fun. Nobody on that level wants to battle you for fun. So you need to stop, and all these other guys, just leave him alone, please. Because he's going to keep... He's making it look like he's untouchable. Like, just leave that man alone, man. Go ahead, Chip, since you want to shit on Dream Dog. I'm about to put that shit on right now.
Nah, I don't want to shit on her. Don't get me wrong. Her shit was dope. But like, she said some personal shit, and maybe that's why y'all giving it as much props as y'all are. But it wasn't nothing special like that to me. Like, she bodied them. Like, I didn't see that. But I don't know. It's fun. It's fun for me. Like you said, it's definitely the second tier rappers. That's the only response he's gonna get. The J. Cole's, the Kendrick Lamar's, and they not thinking about you, fam. They not. That line about you not even being the biggest in your city is true. Like, we get it. You know what I'm saying? You got a buzz. You make some good songs. That's all you're gonna have right now. And that's it. As far as the specific battle, right now for me, I got Don Q ahead. And for me, it was that one line. It was that one line where he said that Tory, his comeback sounded just like 5 a.m. in Toronto. And I swear to God, I went back and listened to that. After I heard Don's Q rebuttal, I went back to listen to Tory's joint again, and I swear to God, son, that shit was a mirror image of 5 a.m. Y'all remember in the chat when I came back, 5 a.m. was old, and I was like, yo, y'all heard this Drake shit?
I remember that.
So I was on it like, yo, that shit is crazy. That's how I was like, wait a minute. This shit definitely do sound like that flow. So I went back and listened, and that shit is just like that. And that, I think, for me, personally, that's why I can't give that much props and respect to Tory, because he is like well known, admittedly, to take somebody else's flow or style and remix it and make it hot. Don't get me wrong.
Just like the game. Thank you.
Make it hot and blow up from it. You know what I'm saying? And yo, he's talented. He's very talented. Writer, whatever, singing, rapping, he can do it all. But for me, he got to just come out with his own flow. Something that's his. You know what I mean?
You ain't saying nothing when Drake stole Soulja Boy flow.
We've had an argument. I've had arguments with Puda about Drake and versus other people as well. I didn't always put Drake as high up as everybody else did.
Maybe it's a Canadian thing.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. But what Puda, me and you was having an argument about Drake versus Cole.
Dreamdog said you Tory next door or Bryson Lanes. That shit was hard.
With what? What happened? I hear you.
Tory next door, Bryson Lanes.
Son, that shit was hard, son. You're bugging, son.
Nah, she wilded out. She got busy.
No, she did good. She did good. I'm not taking that away from her. But yeah, he just, for me, like that one line, like finish for me.
Oh man.
Because I'm telling you, for me, because I really could relate. Like, yo, really, your whole shit. You took the whole 5 a.m. from Toronto flow and put words like him going on Hot 97 and spitting that freestyle like he did. Son, you can't do that, son. In what part of the rap game is that respected, son? Like that's whack, son.
Today's day and age.
That's whack, son. That is whack. I cannot get with it, son. I cannot get. I'm not saying he's not talented. He is very talented. He can write his ass off. He can put together some words. But son, you got to do it with your own flow, son. You can't keep blatantly stealing other people's shit and flipping it and think you're going to be the top nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't think you're going to You can't keep doing that. You know what I mean? So for me, that one line put Don Q up in front. Cause that was real. That shit was real. That was a real ass line. And what's crazy to me is that A Boogie should have said something, son. Like they should, like, you a squad, son. I'm back. No, don't shake your head, no. Don't shake your head, no. Cause when Jay had the beef with Nas or whatever.
This isn't based off of nothing real though.
I know, but still, son. Back in the day, you say anything about one of the dudes in my clique, the whole squad coming for you. They throwing some kind of shot at you. The whole Rockefeller, the whole Dipset. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want A Boogie to sing a diss song.
So no, I don't. No,
it sound like Deja.
But see, don't get it twisted. A Boogie is a much better rapper
than what?
Than people think, because he sings now. He took that whole now.
Ben,
his first mixtape, that shit with Jungle, he wasn't singing like that.
Soon as he heard Dej Loaf, that was it.
He always been melody man.
He ran with that. But if don't get it twisted, if A Boogie wanted to go to rapping, he could do that.
And he'll get washed by Tory Lanez.
I don't know, but I know he was supposed to jump in. Ain't no fair ones fair. You can't be talking about High Bridge and blah blah blah. He's saying your man not from High Bridge, son.
Cause he ain't.
But that's all right if he ain't directly from High Bridge.
Nah, they did the same thing. They said they did the same thing to Prodigy. You ain't really from Queensbridge. Get out of here.
That's crazy, son.
Rest in peace.
That's crazy, son. Can't do that. You got to jump in, B.
What you think, PH?
I don't believe that stealing flows matter.
Yo, wait, did you hear Dream Dog?
Yeah.
How it don't matter, son? How you gonna say somebody flow don't matter?
Y'all let PH finish.
Let me speak. People been stealing flows for the longest. Ja Rule flow has been stolen by how many people, fam?
And how many people made it with Ja Rule flow?
What is Drake doing?
50 Cent.
What is Drake doing?
50 Cent.
First of all,
I'm listening.
Sean struggled to get off the block because at first people was
that don't matter. That don't matter.
Yeah.
No, it do matter.
Yeah.
It do matter. He was struggling to get off the block because people like, what is fake Biggie coming out here? You know what I mean? What is Puffy doing? You know what I'm saying? That shit matter, B.
Sorry, I had to save a cat from the tree.
Sean did pretty well, actually.
He did. I said he struggled to get off the block.
The mission was hard, too.
But go ahead, PH. Go ahead.
You finished yelling at me?
I'm finished.
Again, the stealing flows thing has been going on since rap began, man. People been stealing people's flows. As long as you ain't really stealing lines or stealing people's whole raps, then okay, cool. I'll give you that.
Did you hear the freestyle on Hot 97?
Huh?
Did you hear the freestyle on Hot 97?
The battle. I'm not talking about that freestyle.
Word. We definitely talking about the battle.
But that's how it started. He stole his whole line.
That ain't how it started.
That is how it started.
No, it's not.
Anyway, Tory, I didn't even know when it started, man. I didn't even know Tory could rap like how he could rap now. Like I thought Tory was I thought he was like more of a R&B singing type person, and then like I heard him rap.
He started as a rapper.
Started as a rapper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't hear him rapping, and then I heard him like the songs wasn't like rap songs. It was like R&B rap song type.
It was that melodic.
Man.
Yeah.
And auto-tune.
Yeah, and it wasn't like he wasn't a rapper to me. He was an artist at that time. And then now you hear him rapping, it's just like a whole different thing. I was like, damn, Tory know how to rap? That was like hearing Justin Bieber rap one time. I was like, oh, he actually know how to do something a little bit. Okay, you know? So I mean it was a different thing. And of course, like I said, when it go to flows, man, people I don't know, man, like having your own flow is kind of hard, son. People sound pretty much the same. All of these mumble rappers sound exactly the same now. I mean, what else is there you can do?
Yeah, but he admits to he says it. I steal from every
That's my point
about that.
That's my point.
Like he says it's on radio stations.
And it's not even one flow he steals. Whatever flow is hot at the moment, he listen to it and say, "Oh, let me go do this."
Yeah, I do know
everybody does.
Everybody do that. Word, everybody does that.
I don't understand. Like
mumble rap took a spill, and it was like, oh, everybody mumble rap.
Everybody had the Migos flow. Everybody.
Listen, and they all catch flack for it.
No, they don't.
Drake never caught nothing for it.
What you talking about?
Like I said, as long
all
as
these little
Drake never caught Boston what's
and Uzi Verts be going crazy. So they be selling.
Boston stealing like whole verses.
Yo, matter of fact, Drake and them took Big Sean flow and ran with it.
Yeah.
And caught bars.
No, I don't know about no catch no bars.
Drake is the king. He's the greatest.
No, he is
right now.
No, he is.
Bars?
He ain't catch no bars.
So he
put articles right now with people.
But he steals and it's okay.
Huh?
So he's stealing and it's okay, and he can still be considered the greatest.
No, it's not okay.
You just said that though.
No.
You didn't just say he was?
Time out. Drake, yes, has been known to steal people's flow, but Drake, again, like I said, is
what?
Very, like I said, is not like I say it, but Drake is beyond.
Why?
Beyond what?
Talented. Beyond talented.
I'm not rolling.
Beyond talented.
So because he's beyond talented, it's okay for him to steal it?
And he also, in my opinion, created his own lane.
What?
No, he
created,
what lane?
Listen, he created his own lane.
Well,
he has stolen people's flow.
Hold on a second, Chips. I got a question. You don't think Tory Lanez is just as talented as Drake?
No, I don't think he is as talented. No.
Let me ask you a question.
He's very talented.
Do Drake put together all his songs?
Damn sure could rap better, like flow wise.
Do Drake put together all his songs? Compose all his songs? Yeah, like beats and everything. Does he do that?
No, not that I know of. No.
Tory Lanez do.
What are you saying?
So you telling me he's beyond talented because he can rap and have flows, right? Tory Lanez put songs together, beats, melodies, all of that.
You acting like I said the man wasn't talented.
But you making it seem like Drake is like so far beyond, and it's okay for him to do this.
No, I didn't say it was okay for him to do it.
Yes,
I said no, I did not. I said he has stolen people's flow, and he caught bars for it. Whether y'all want to say it, I can pull up articles right now with people talking about Drake stealing this one flow or whatever. So he's caught bars for it. But what I'm saying is Drake created his own fucking lane. Nobody sounds like Drake. Drake might have been accused of stealing somebody flow in this song or that song, but he created his own damn lane. You can't tell.
Meaning what? What did he create?
He's fruit off of Kanye's tree.
I mean, okay, if you want to say that, but he created his own fucking branch. If you want to use a tree.
As a man, I'd probably never admit to being fruit off of no other man's tree. I just want to go out on a limb and say that.
But like he created his own shit. You can't sit here and tell me one thing that Tory Lanez has done where he didn't directly steal or mimic.
You're not like saying what lane Drake created. What did
his lane? What you mean? What lane? That lane with the joints with Rihanna, the joints with what's the other the fucking the shit where he went to Miami or whatever and was doing a giveaway and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's his shit. Yeah, that's his shit. He does broccoli. His shit. But what you said?
That's the what's his name? Drama? Not Drama. What's his name?
So you said all right. So his lane was what? Giving away the money?
No, you trying to put you. I don't
understand what you're trying to say. So what are you talking about?
Okay, because here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying.
No, you can wait.
Even on God's plan,
keep going. Y'all having a glasses fight over here. Let me go.
He using somebody else's flow on God's plan.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand what are you talking about. The singing rapping thing has been taken.
I'm gonna tell you what I mean. You can hear Drake, and you can say, "Yo, that's Drake." You know, not all of Drake's shit. You can say, "Oh, he took this from this person, or he took that from that person." You know what I'm saying? Every single thing that Tory does.
He's not original with anything. I'm sorry. Drake isn't original with anything. He didn't start anything. I don't know what you hear or what you've heard from Drake to make you think or to make you say that he has started or created a sound.
I didn't say started or create. I just said he has his own lane where you can tell that that's Drake. And that's his flow.
Forget it.
You can't tell me nothing that Tory Lanez has done where you can say that's Tory.
You won, because it's like talking to a wall with you. What you got, Puda?
Because I don't agree with you. It's like talking to a wall. That's crazy.
What I got is he didn't start that lane. The Wave God Max B started the rapping and singing lane. You know what I'm saying? Wavy Crockett. But moving along, as far as the battle goes, I like it, man. I like good rapping back and forth. I appreciate what's going on. I was hoping that because Don Q named his first diss track, I'm Not Joyner, I was hoping Joyner wasn't going to go diss him for doing that. So I'm glad it didn't turn into that. I like the fact that they're battling, but there's still good sportsmanship. You know what I'm saying? They might take some little deep shots, but you'll still see them FaceTiming and cracking jokes and on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Keeping it friendly. I don't know what is the point of all of this, what Tory's trying to do. I guess what Pop said, he's trying to catch the higher ups to get them to battle. My only question to him is, where was all of this energy when you and Drake was battling? Why you never went at Drake like this? This is crazy to me.
It was just that smoke.
It was just subs.
He can't win that. That's why.
I mean, he might. Look how he's rapping. He's rapping his ass off.
He can't win that, fam.
So I'm a little put off by that. I don't really have much to say on it. I hope they're done battling, and I just want to see who's next. But I really hope he can keep up this energy.
I hope nobody's next.
Somebody's coming.
I hope it's out.
No, we cannot see that. It's my goal. We cannot
save my guild for show me a white screen.
No.
My camera's not that good.
Turn it to your glasses. Filter it down, and then we can remove your glasses.
That's a whole joint of Drake stealing shit. A whole joint.
You can pull up the same thing with Jay-Z stealing shit.
Yeah, he caught bars for it.
But everybody still flows is what PH was trying to say.
No, yes, I know that. But it's a difference when you admittedly say, this is how I get my buzz. This is what I do.
Some people admit to it. Some people
That's
don't.
whack. That's whack to me. I can't respect
So you rather him lie about it than say I don't?
That's what he want. That's what he want.
Nah,
He just don't want him to say nothing.
It's not lying about it. It's not lying about it. People say Jay-Z stole people's flows or whatever, but like I said, Jay-Z created his own lane. You can tell when Jay-Z is Jay-Z shit. Same shit with Drake. You cannot tell that with Tory Lanez, and that's the difference for me. And that's why everybody comes for his head, because they're like, yo, you got this buzz, but the only reason you got this buzz is because you took this or you took that, or you have nothing to state that's yours. When you was rapping with your Tory flow, you was wherever you was, and only a fifth of what your fan base was is what you had. You didn't get hot and get a buzz until you said, let me take this flow, let me take that flow, and you went all the way with it.
All right, so like I was saying, the only thing I don't like about the battle or this particular battle is the fact that when Don Q's rapping, when you said punching, you meant punchline or punching in?
Both.
And I cannot stand the punching in. He's punching in like every 2 to 4 bars.
Because these dudes don't write rhymes down anymore.
It's ridiculous. I don't care, man. I'm not giving you no credit during no rap battle. You punching in the whole time. It throws everything off. It throws the chemistry off. It throws the energy off. And I don't like it. So I hope whoever goes next, I hope they come correct. And I just want to see where this goes. That's pretty much it.
Nowhere.
We'll see.
I think it's good for rap. I think it's good to bring.
Oh, my bad. Real quick. Another thing, Tory didn't want no smoke with Eric Bellinger either, because he got his boot smoked by him too. But go ahead.
I think it's good for rap, like I said. I think it brings something fresh and something creative. You know, like I said, it's good that there's still, nothing's being personal. Nothing's going past that line of, you went too far. I think it's good for the culture. And I don't know, I think this breeds competition. Like, dudes feel like that they're good. Dudes feel like they can swim in that lane. So do what you got to do. Shut me up. If you feel like I'm not good, shut me up. Come at me. But be ready for that smoke, because I'm going to come right back at you. I feel like it's the same thing when, what was it? Kendrick started naming names, telling dudes, let's go, let's battle. I forgot what song it was where he just named names.
Control.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody really, saying nothing. Ain't nobody really reply, but,
people did. Fab did. Joe Budden did.
Everybody he didn't name.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
But you know what I mean? Like, I wish everybody had the courage to just step up and be like, fine, let's go at it right quick.
Son.
Didn't Meek Mills reply? He was the only one I think that he named that replied. Yeah, he did.
I don't know. But, like I said, I think it's good for the culture. You know what I mean? It really induces bars. Like, it's real thought behind it. It's not just trying to find a flow like everybody else is doing and rock with a flow or a style for this that's moving right now and everybody just following that wave. No, it's like, come correct. So I don't know. I like that Dream Doll came, put some respect on my name.
Boy.
Don't disrespect me.
She had Beijing all on her thighs.
Ew.
But, you know what I mean? Like, I like that. You know what I mean? Like, she gonna have an album drop in like 2 weeks now because she hot right now. Why?
Might as well.
Nah, she been hot, bro.
But, like I said, I think it's good for the culture. I think it's a good thing for hip-hop. Keep it going. Pop say he don't want no more. Everybody leave that man alone. Keep it going. Get all these non-artistic rappers out of here, man. Get flows. Bring bars back.
I'm with you on that.
But another good episode, man. Appreciate you fellas. Again, Jerk, shouts for the, viewer's choice question. We appreciate it.
Yo.
Everybody like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the buttons, man.
I forgot to say.
Yo, real quick. Yo, PH. You got a haircut, dog.
Oh boy. Jesus
Nah, look
Christ.
how fast he took it off. Nah, never mind. Leave it on.
Nope.
Nah,
nope,
you too
nope,
fast, son.
nope. I can't even untie it.
You seen it, son. Look, you seen the ass.
And I ain't even get a haircut either. I just got a shape up the other day.
Here
There
we
you
go.
Oh,
There we go.
That's all that Dax. I can
You
still
put
see.
that moose in there today.
I can still see the Dax.
You got the kid in?
Yo, that shit look like
Dax.
a
I don't
wig.
use Dax, fam.
Tell him, PH.
No
Don't
now.
worry about it. I don't use Dax.
No
Don't be a
now.
hater. Don't use that new
Only
now
Dax
either.
we recognize as Prescott. Tell him.
No, not even him.
Nah, we don't even recognize him. Fuck
No,
that.
yes, you do. You do.
Yo, with the Super Bowl, y'all coming through for the Super
I
Bowl?
recognize that.
Yo,
I am.
BH old school. He used pink lotion.
used to.
Wrong.
I definitely
Wrong
used to.
style right
Yo,
there.
Chips, what are you doing, son? Nah,
I
put that
definitely
back.
used to.
Yo, PH, pass him your do-rag.
No. Put the hoodie back on. Hoodie chips. Hoodie chips.
Yo, you
Yo,
know Hef gonna kill you for that,
yo,
right?
Dream Doll is not on your head.
But as always, tune in. Until next time, man. We appreciate y'all. See y'all again, man.
Hey, y'all, one.